Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another stock video. This is something that I haven't done for a while, and I wanted to get back at this, start recording some stock videos because I am changing my stock strategy, and there's a couple things we've got to talk about here today regarding Voyager Digital. This is a stock that I've gone even deeper into regarding the current price changes that we've seen in the stock price, but there's a couple things I'm concerned about and also a couple of things that I'm really excited about with the recent news that's come out. So we're going to jump into some of that stuff here today on my computer. We're going to take a look at this together. I'm going to share my thoughts on it, and I want to know what your thoughts are as well. If you appreciate this type of video from me, make sure to leave me a comment and a thumbs up here on the video. It really does kind of give me the motivation to keep making these videos for you. And also, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Voyager Digital and whether or not you're investing in them heavier or where you kind of stand with this stock in particular. So the first thing I want to talk about here, we're going to jump into this stock chart. This is the first thing we've got to look at. So we're here at a 6-month stock chart, and you can see that the stock has just been beaten down. I mean, let me go ahead and get rid of this. You can see that the stock has just totally been beaten down. 6 months ago, here we were sitting at this is on April 13th. We hit a high of 25.48, and it's just been downhill from there. We came all the way down here to roughly the $10 mark. I didn't think that we'd hit this low of a number. I thought we were going to stay right here around the $15 mark, and then sure enough, we did drop down to this $10 mark. After that, it rebounded pretty quickly back up to that 15, 16 range, but it has trended down over the past couple of days and weeks as well, back to this where it's sitting currently at $9.38. This is absolutely crazy. As it's gone down, I've bought heavier and heavier and heavier. This is probably about 30% of my total overall stock portfolio right now. And, I just have total faith in the company. So this stock has just gotten beaten down. I think there's some concerns that came out with the last quarter, but I think there's a bright future for this stock. So if you're looking to just be in it for the short term, you might be able to turn a quick profit. I mean, you might go from $9 to $13 to $15, $16, $17, but I think there's a long-term opportunity where this could be a $50 to $100 stock 3 to 5 years down the road. I do think it's going to take some time, but as things continue to get better for crypto and just this brokerage in general, this is a stock that you want to be a part of if you're long on this type of company. There's a lot of really good things going for it, and I think a lot of people are kind of saying, hey, 2022 is going to be the year of crypto. There's more regulation coming. Ethereum and Bitcoin right now are trending up. Things are looking really good when it comes to that, and I think now is the time to buy because we're seeing a lot of activity in crypto. It's kind of coming back. Market caps on these coins, even the altcoins, are going up. So we're seeing a lot of good things there, but unfortunately, or actually rather fortunately for us, because it gives us buying opportunity, the stock price here just continues to remain low. Anything under this $10 mark, I think you should just load the boat with because it's going to be hard, at least in my opinion, to lose money with this over the next 3 to 5 years as long as the company keeps continuing to execute. So without further ado, let's jump into some news that we had just come out recently here. So they had preliminary revenue drop 40% from the previous quarter. There's Steve on the phone. Look how happy he looks. That's awesome. So we did have a revenue drop 40%, right? The revenue for the last quarter ending September 30th was 63 to 67 million. This is just preliminary. The quarter before that, we were at 109 million. But the thing you have to keep in mind is that was when the market was insanely crazy in like April and May for Bitcoin, for just crypto in general. So revenue obviously was very high, and that's where a lot of the revenue came from, was from all of the trading activity. Now, from July, August, September, that quarter there, trading activity was pretty low. If we jump back over here and take a look at the Bitcoin chart, let's go over here to 6 months. Yeah, so we're here on 6 months. If we come in here and look at July, July was trending down for the first half of the month, and then it actually bounced up pretty high. It touched kind of a low here at like 29,000, and then actually kind of jumped up, and then there's been some activity in there already. So considering the fact that the revenue was at that 63 to 67 million mark, it's a pretty good sign that it's leading to a good sign that there's going to be additional revenue coming for the next quarter, considering this trading activity right here. Just in the month of October, we're only on the 13th here. Just in the last 13 days, we've had Bitcoin increase substantially from about 41% all the way up to about 57,000 where it sits right now. So this is great news for Bitcoin overall. And so I don't think that these fears of Voyager's revenue or anything like that is really something to be concerned about. There's been a lot of companies who have dropping revenue as they are, just starting out as they're trying to build. And where Voyager has such a large portion of their revenue tied to trading activity, this is something that they kind of need to get away from and actually are getting away from when it comes to this type of content. So with that said, I'm not too concerned about what Voyager is going to do going into the future. I think they've already got it figured out. Steve is an amazing guy. They've got an awesome marketing team. Their whole executive team is absolutely amazing. A lot of those guys come from E-Trade, so they already know the stock side, they already know the regulation side, the SEC side. I think they've got a huge head start when it comes to those things, and as they continue to scale up with the Voyager platform, it's only going to continue to get better and better, and they're going to have a huge start on getting things implemented, making sure they're falling into the rules and guidelines that they need to, and just overall, continuing to move forward. So we've also got some major news that came out here today that I think is just an absolute game changer. Voyager Digital secures final approval to begin operations in Europe. So this talks about how Voyager Digital and its leadership have been declared fit and proper to operate under the LGO registration. This is basically the ability to operate as a company in the European Union. So this says that the Voyager is the first non-French, non-European firm to get this designation. We appreciate the regulators for recognizing Voyager's platform as fit and proper to serve customers in France and the European Union. Voyager supports global regulation and will continue to operate only where it is fully licensed and approved. Keep in mind, guys, that Voyager is also not able to operate in New York State, which is a huge downfall for them because I think there's like over 9 million people in New York State alone. So not having 9 million people who can access that, especially people with a lot of money, right, that live in New York City, a lot of people with a lot of money there, those people are not able to use the Voyager platform. So even if they wanted to, they're not able to do that. Once that goes through, that's going to be another catalyst to just push this company forward. This recognition is a major step in the process to bring the Voyager app and product suite to European customers and continues our vision of building Voyager into a truly global financial services company. This is massive news. They're also looking to get into Canada and continue to expand that as well. Leveraging the recent acquisition of Coinify, which is fully compliant KYC and AML solutions, blah, 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 Voyager is positioned for an initial launch of our trading app in certain European countries late in the March 2022 quarter. So this is still 6 months out. This is not something that's going to change it today or tomorrow. But you can see here that if we go back to the stock, I mean, the stock just hasn't even moved on this news. If anything, it's gone down, which is really surprising because I think this is personally really great news. That the fact that they got this, it's going to be a game changer for them. So you can see there on the 13th, I mean, since market opened around 950, just continues to downtrend. So kind of unfortunate for you, to see your account in the red, but that's what this company is all about. I'm not worried about this. A lot of companies that are well known, Facebook, Amazon, Google, Apple, they all had problems early on in the beginning, where they had revenue fluctuating wildly and they just didn't have the steady growth that they needed. But for this company here, I think they're continuing to grow at a rapid pace, and I'm honestly not too concerned with where they're going. And like I said, 3 to 5 years down the road, I think they're going to be in a much better spot. They're going to have a total stronghold on the stock and crypto market. I think their app is going to become one of the most popular apps, especially if you want to go from crypto to stock. I think it's going to be a huge benefit. If you start in the crypto world and you're kind of going down that rabbit hole of building a company around that, then to add in the stock portion of it later is not going to be that hard, right? It's going to be a lot easier than trying to be a stock trading platform and then add on crypto later and kind of make that transition. So I think they've got a huge benefit there. Steve is an awesome guy. I think, I've watched tons of his interviews, and I think he's going to be in a really good spot to continue to push this company forward. So with all that being said, guys, I just wanted to talk about Voyager Digital here with you today. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we catch you in the next video. See ya.